What if I told you that a hormone most people consider female is essential for proper penis development? It sounds counterintuitive, but the science is clear. While testosterone is the engine for growth, estrogen is the architect for structure. As this animated scale balances, it represents a crucial biological truth. Healthy male development is a story of hormonal partnership. This presentation will reveal the surprising and vital role that estrogen plays. So how does a male body use estrogen without causing widespread feminizing effects? The secret is an enzyme called aromatase. Think of it as a microscopic, highly localized factory. As this diagram shows, it exists directly in the developing penile tissue, where it converts a small amount of testosterone into estradiol or estrogen right on site. This brilliant mechanism ensures estrogen is only present where it's needed for a specific structural job, leaving the rest of the body to develop under the primary influence of androgens. So what is estrogen's specific structural job? It's one of the most critical steps in fetal development, forming the urethra. As the animation on the left demonstrates, for a normal fusion to occur, the urethral folds must come together and fuse perfectly to create a closed tube. This complex process is commanded by that locally produced estrogen. However, if that estrogen signal is disrupted, the folds fail to fuse, as you see on the right. This results in a common birth defect known as hypospadias, where the urethral opening is on the underside of the penis instead of the tip. This visual evidence proves that estrogen's architectural role is absolutely essential for correct development. The impact of high estrogen levels. Hormonal balance is a delicate act, and too much estrogen can be just as disruptive as too little. When estrogen levels become too high, often from obesity or environmental chemicals, it triggers a powerful negative feedback loop that sabotages male development. As the diagram illustrates, this excess estrogen essentially tells the brain to shut down the signals that instruct the testes to produce testosterone. This suppression can compromise growth and potentially lead to conditions like micropenis, proving that the right balance is everything. What happens if a male body has no estrogen? The results are surprising and reveal just how crucial this hormone is. A complete lack of estrogen signaling doesn't lead to a smaller penis, but to structural defects like hypospadias. But the effects go far beyond the genitals. Estrogen is the key that locks our bone growth plates at the end of puberty. As the diagram clearly shows, without estrogen, these plates remain unfused. This leads to the paradoxical outcome of men with this rare condition growing to an unusually tall stature while also suffering from osteoporosis. It's powerful proof that estrogen is essential for overall male health. So let's put it all together in a direct comparison. This table clearly summarizes the distinct yet complementary roles of these hormones. Think of it this way. Testosterone and DHT are the engine for growth. As you can see in the first row, their primary function is to drive increases in length and girth. A deficiency here results in a failure to grow, leading to conditions like micropenis. On the other hand, estrogen is the essential architect. Its job isn't to make things bigger, but to make sure they're built correctly. Its primary function is supporting structural formation, like the urethra. A deficiency here doesn't stop growth, but it leads to structural errors like hypospadias. This highlights a crucial point. Healthy male development requires both the engine and the architect working together. It's a system of balance, not just raw power. So what are the 4 critical takeaways from this? First, testosterone is for growth. Second, estrogen is for structure. Third, hormonal balance is key. Too much or too little estrogen disrupts normal development. And finally, after puberty, this entire developmental process is complete and hormones can no longer change the anatomical size of the penis. In conclusion, the simple story of male hormones for male development is incomplete. The reality is a finely tuned partnership. Testosterone is the engine, but estrogen is the architect, ensuring the structure is built correctly. At Apex Penis Health, we are committed to explaining this kind of complex, evidence-based science to help you understand the intricate and fascinating nature of human biology. Thank you.